Let's play Skyward Battles by Crankwork Games for the Playdate.
In the pixelated skies, where legends are made, jet engines roar.
The music is top-notch. It sounds like they wrote that song for this game. The graphics, the opening presentation, absolutely fantastic. It looks great. However, I must confess, the first 3 levels I did not enjoy and nearly gave up. I found the controls, I just didn't get the controls. I didn't like the fact that the bullets weren't that clear or the playing against the particular background in the first couple of levels. So I just didn't click with it. But I wanted to review this. I love shoot 'em ups. So I persevered, and I'm so glad that I did. This is without doubt the best shoot 'em up I've ever played on the Playdate. I love it. The controls, after about the 4th level, after a little bit of time, completely clicked, and I can say they are sublime. They are working so well for me. You use the crank to change the pitch and yaw, I guess, of the plane. Far left D-pad button for firing, which can be continuous, and you press the downward button on the D-pad to bomb, so you just roll your thumb over. Because it's on either side of the crank and where your fingers are on the back, it's a beautiful balance to play. And your job is to complete each mission by destroying various items, for which you get points. What do points make? Prizes. Of course, you get cash to do that, and with the cash you can buy your upgrades. Here are your upgrades, and they're pretty standard stuff: shields, extra bombs, extra firepower, and extra heart when you start getting some really serious points. And you can always replay any of the missions again to get a bit more cash for those trickier, harder levels once you get past 11 or so. There are 20 missions to complete. What makes this game so fantastic is just how well balanced it is. It's masterful. The upgrades, they come just as you need them, but they're not easy to get. So when you do get them, you feel genuinely rewarded. You can play the game in different ways. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Advanced Wars, where you can be a bit more considered. You can go and take off a few of the enemy positions and then go back to your aircraft carrier and replenish your bombs. If you've been hit a few times, your plane gets repaired. And just a pro tip with the aircraft carrier, you just need to press B when you're near it and you will auto land. I didn't know that for a while. So you press B and then you just use a crank and you lift off sweetly like that. The game's full of amazing moments, dogfights that get really exciting. There are tricky elements to bomb and get at. There is these huge planes that will come and get your aircraft carrier if you're not paying attention. There's a lot going on, but it can also be quite chilled and strategic in a very light way, which I really enjoyed. And there's some fantastic gaming moments. I completed destroying a couple of radars. I've taken a few hits. My tail is smoking. Time to go back to the aircraft carrier. And I'm skimming across the water as the sun's coming down, and I'm about to get my bombs that get repaired. And I notice there's a plane coming up, and you can tell if something's coming near you because there's a black spot around the edge. Rather than running like a coward back to the ship, I looped-de-looped, started firing at the craft from behind and just misjudged it and hit the side of a cliff. Game over. But you go back again and again. It is such an addictive game. That's what it's nailed. The balance, just that addictive quality. It's a joy to play. If you're a shoot 'em up fan, you are going to love this. Just persevere with the controls. If at first, like me, you found them a little bit tricky, but they really are perfect once you get used to them. This is one of my all-time favorite Playdate games that I've reviewed on the channel. So that's 50 games, and it's going to get a very high score indeed. I think this is a superb, solid, fully complete video game for your Playdate, and you should go and pick it up as soon as possible.